morning, everyone. It is Thursday, the 23rd of January, and my name is Alisa Tilsner, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. We go live every Thursday. I'm live on both YouTube and Facebook at the same time, and I can see that Marilyn is here already. Good morning, good morning. We are going to play with a stamp set today that you can actually get for free. It's going to be a simple card, so just be aware of that, but it is a really nice little stamp set, and you can actually get this one for free at the moment during Saleabration. Plus you can get 2 packs of Stampin' Write markers for free as well. We have four families, 4 packs, and you get to choose 2 of them. So I'll explain that a little bit as we go on. So let's swing the camera around and we will get started on what we're going to make today. Who knows? It's either going to be really simple and boring, or it'll turn out okay. So who knows what you get, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the stamp set. So it's Handmade Designs, and we've got a little handmade by stamp, which will be perfect for the backs of your cards. Have the best day. I quite like that. Thank you so very much. And then we've got a pot plant and a flower. So, and I think these have actually been designed to work really nicely with the markers. So how getting them for free, you can get them for free when you join as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Can everyone hear me? I've got a, oh no, that's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm having one of those moments. I can see a little volume with a cross on it, but it's actually the volume for my phone that is crossed out. So hopefully everyone can hear me. So yeah, you can get this, and you can get 2 of the marker sets for free when you join Stampin' Up! During Saleabration. So you have until the end of February to be able to join that. Plus you get all your $235 worth of free product as well, and that's just $169 to join, Australian dollars. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to have a little play with this. I'm not planning on using any ink pads. I'm just planning on using the markers itself. So I am going to grab out I'm using the Neutrals collection, and I'm going to grab out the basic grey, and then of course I've got the Brights collection. Good morning, Michelle. So I'm going to grab the Melon Mambo, which we're going to do Brights, you know me. I thought, what colour families can I use? But I'm just going to stick to 2 packets. So let's pull out these colours. So I have got Lemon Lime Twist and Granny Apple Green. You know my tastes in colours, right? So let's have a quick look at the markers. They did have a little bit of a revamp in was it the last catalogue, main catalogue? I can't remember when, but I've only actually just got these because I've got all the old versions. So this is a new version. So they do feel a little bit thinner. And the nibs have had a little bit of a revamp, so they're actually a really nice nib now, and hopefully these are all brand new, so I'm going to have to get back into using these guys and see how long these nibs last. And then on the other end we have like a texture bullet tip type end. It used to be a real fine writer. Let's get some scrap. And it is still a fairly fine writer, but it's not as fine as like a biro. There we go. But still great for journaling if you're a scrapbooker. And then we've got this side, which you can do nice colouring. I'm doing like my flick strokes, so they will actually show different levels of colour, which is quite nice. If you were doing grasses or something like that, that could be quite a nice little technique in itself. Yep, the other nib's good for writing, and this one you can actually do if you're a calligrapher. You can actually come down, like you can do, right, it's up with the soft stroke, and then you can put that more pressure. You probably can't see, I'll bring it up, so you can go light and then heavy, and then whoops, that one wasn't very good. I haven't done any calligraphy for a long time, but you can go light on the upstroke and then heavy on the downstroke, and you can get that going on as well. And I do believe that you can even do touch to tip to tips. So So if I wanted to get a little bit of that ombre stuff going on, I'm just going to touch the lighter green tip. I haven't done this, well, we'll see. No, that didn't. It sort of worked. I think you sort of need to play around a little bit more. Like I said, I haven't used these in such a long time. I probably needed to do something that was a little bit darker in color. Anyway, that's a little bit of fun. Good morning, Carrie. How are you? Okay, so what we're going to do is a technique called direct to rubber. So we're actually going to color straight onto our stamp. So we don't need to have ink pads. So if you are just starting out on your journey, these are a really good option to get because you can get so many colors in the one pack. And like when I was starting out, we would have these, and that way you would work out you know, what colors are going to be your favorite colors and that you're going to use the most, and then you can get the ink pads as you go along, so you don't have to be buying everything all at once. Okay, so for these smaller stamped images, these work really well. So I'm just coloring straight onto the stamp here, and I'm using the side of my nib for that. And give it a good cover. Okay, and then so that was basic grey. So now I'm coming in with my Melon Mambo, and I'm going to colour on my pot. Now my pot has got stripes on it. It's got vertical stripes at the top, and then it's got a solid band across here. So I'm just going to try and keep with that, because what happens is as I'm colouring more, I'm filling in those lines. So it's not going to stamp, like if I was to stamp it perfectly on using an ink pad, I probably have a little bit more definition, but the more I'm colouring, the more I'm filling in those little lines. Okay, so I've been sitting and chatting for a little bit, and this is probably getting a little bit dry. So the next thing we want to do is huff on it using our breath. So, and it's going to sound weird, so apologies. But we want to huff onto it, and what will happen is that the moisture in our breath will re-wet the ink, and we can stamp with it again. Okay, and then we get a two-toned little flower pot, so which I think is really cool. So next we're going to grab our two greens, our lemon lime twist and our granny apple green, and we're going to do a little bit of colouring. So apologies because I can't zoom in, but if you are on YouTube and you are on a mobile device, you can just zoom in if you want. Just pinch your screen and zoom in. So, but the colouring is pretty basic. There's not you know, anything to get too upset about. So we're just going to colour these guys. Good morning, Carol and Deb. I think I did I catch you, Deb? Okay, let's colour in these, and I am just using plain basic white cardstock too, in case anyone is wondering. So they're not, these are water-based markers, so they're not alcohol-based like our Stampin' Blends are, but it does have a pretty good, like it's not too streaky. I think because the images are quite small, it's not, it doesn't give that streaky look, which I think is really good. Then I'm going to come in with my granny apple green, and I'm just going to colour in half the leaf on one side. So we got sort of, I don't know, is that like a little Art Deco style look going on? Good afternoon, Linda. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and I'm just sticking side, which is the left. So to keep all my leaves looking a little bit uniform. Okay, and then they will dry. The ink's still a little bit wet, so they will dry and settle into the paper. So I have gone ahead this morning and I have stamped 3 and cut them out already. So I've done 1 in Daffodil Delight, 1 and 2 in the melon mambo. So you can see that they dry and settle down quite nicely. Okay. So I thought I'd do them a little bit earlier so that you didn't have to sit and watch me do all of that stuff. Okay, let's get all of this out the way. I probably will use my grey one again for my sentiment. Oh, I've got ink everywhere as well. Okay, so let's get started on this. Now, I don't give measurements as we are creating. So if you are wanting the measurements for this card, you will head on over to alisatilsner.com, which is showing on the screen at the moment. There we go, right there. And you can sign up for my newsletter. And next week, this tutorial will head out on next Tuesday, Australian time, as a PDF format. If you are on my team, I am hoping to get it out to you guys today. So hello, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. And I think I said hello to Carol. Okay, so I'm going to keep this card fairly simple. And you know what? I have kept it that simple. I've forgotten to get some white cardstock. So just as well, I keep the stash, a little bag on the floor right next to me in case you saw me bending down. Okay, so let's start with our white panel. I'm thinking, like I said, I'm going to do it fairly basic. So if you are a new stamper, this will be perfect for you. We'll, you know, add a little bit of things. So, but everything is on the fly. I do not, sometimes I have an idea of what I'm doing, but usually not. So let's get this. I'm thinking I'm just going to do it on white. You could stamp them straight onto your card if you wanted to. You don't actually have to cut them out if you don't want to. But I thought it's just a nice little step up considering I am doing such a simple card. So that may trim down. I'm not 100% sure as yet, but I've also got in some of the Brights Designer Series paper so that it will match the colour family that we have got going on here. And these are great little packs of paper. So we've got all the colours of the family, and you have 4 pieces of paper for each one. No, I must have used one of those ones. I was trying to get one where I can get 4 of it. But anyway, these are the colours and the patterns. So you get 2 of each. Big bold design. Well, that's not big bold, but designs on one side. I don't use a lot of those ones, but these ones I use lots of. So we've got circles, and stripes, which of course I love. And because I use a fair bit of the Melon Mambo, I think I've got one. Oh no, don't tell me I don't have any Melon Mambo stripe left. I might have to be using dots today. Don't tell me that's my last piece. Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that's a different colour, isn't it? Oh, that's it. Excuse me. I have caught my throat. Hopefully it settles down because I can feel it tingling. And I'm just going to run and grab my drink bottle. So talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds because I've got to run down to my kitchen. I'm coming. Oh, I need to realise I should bring a drink bottle with me when I am down in here when issues like that happen. Okay, we are back. I could just feel it just grabbing and I thought, uh-oh, I am going to be in trouble here. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm running out of this Melon Mambo paper. Keep you. Don't want to get rid of you too quick. All right, so we will have our beautiful stripy paper, our panel. We're going to put these guys on. Now, I do like to use scraps for bits of interest. Usually, well, this one's not a scrap because I wasn't sure what I was doing. So sometimes I bring in big scraps, sometimes I bring in little scraps. Okay, and am I going to keep you that size? I'm not so sure. Oh, I just had a different idea. Don't mind me. These things happen all the time. You know, when you're looking at something and you're just like, oh, wait a minute, maybe that would work better. Oops. Oh, gee, I didn't do a very good job of that. Turn around to the other end. I think my blade's getting a little bit on the dirty side, blunt side, and I've got all this fluff. I was cutting up one of those, one of the scrapbooking kits last night, prepping it, and I think I was giving my trimmer a hard time. It's everywhere. All right, let's try again. And I find because I always come from the top and drag down, that side probably gets blunt a little bit quicker. So I'm going to start going the opposite direction. Oh, don't tell me you did it again. Okay, that's a bit better. Need to use more pressure. More pressure. All right. And that might be enough for a little bit of a scrap there. And then what should I use? Should I put some green with it? Or should I put some yellow with it? Oh, wow. Check out how bright that steps that up to. Or maybe I could do a little bit of both. Actually, I don't mind that. Just that little scrap under there. That's a little bit unusual. A little bit different. How's that look? That's a little, quite a different bit of layering. I don't mind that, actually. We will leave that. I'm going to grab this because I want to do my sentiment now. And what's my stamp set? I hope I'm not the only one who loses all this stuff. I'm going to do have the best day. And I reckon, did I put my, oh, there it is. Losing things today. I think I'm going to do a two-toned sentiment as well. Oh, and I've just got a different piece of white. Okay. Let's get this on a block. One that's going to fit. Maybe a long one. There we go. And I think I'm going to do, oops, wrong end. Have the in the grey, the basic grey, because it will match the outline of my plants, my leaves. And then we will do the word best in pink, because we've got an awful lot of pink going on, so why not add some more? Now, just have to be a little bit careful. Now, did I get everything? I can't tell. I'm blind. My husband keeps telling me I'm as blind as a bat, even though I'm wearing glasses. Again, just have to be a little bit, don't fill in the little spaces. It won't be a perfect sentiment, but it'll be good enough. Good morning, Lynn. Huffing on that stamp again. Oh, that's pretty darn good. The best looks a little bit dark at the moment, but give it time and it will settle down. And let's give that a quick, oh, should I fussy cut it? I think I will. So I'll just do a really quick fussy cut. I'm not good at cutting straight, so my bottom will probably be a little bit on the wonky side. I think it's probably the way I hold the scissors and the blades. Oh gosh. Maybe I should have cut the bottom straight and then fussy cut the top. But anyway, we are on our way now. So concentrating, have I got that concentration face going on? I'm not going to go right into that. I was thinking, should I go right down into that best? But no, I don't think I will at the moment. All right. I like it when the fonts are a little bit well, bubbly, shall I say, because then I can go in and out, you know, when you have like lots of C's and E's, and you can sort of be a little bit more bouncier with your fussy cutting, but I don't like the ones where they're straightish. All right, have the best day. It's not too bad. And we're just going to pop that probably across there. Okay, now I did have another thought. I did a long time ago, and this might turn out to be not good, so I've got extra white cardstock if it's not good, but a long time ago when we had the panda bears for Saleabration, I did a card and I did a little bit of just edge work on my card. So I was thinking this morning, why don't I try that as well? So I'm going to use the bullet tip end for this one, and it was sort of like a double line that I think I did a double line. Anyway, let's just have a play and see how we go. So I'm sort of gonna go and do a dot, and then maybe a couple of dots, another one. So I don't know, I'm gonna come right up on top of my bullet tip here. So I'm right up on the point. So just playing, doesn't need to be and I just got to keep an eye on when we get to this bit here so that we can keep it like that. So just for a little bit of edging, if you didn't feel like ink blending or anything like that, but you sort of feel that your your panel is a little bit too stark, you can always try a little bit of that. So, and of course it makes a huge difference to the way your cards look. And I might pop these two at the back and this one a little bit down. And then we'll put that across. Ta-da! How's that? So easy enough. So even if you are a beginner, you can probably handle this without too much dramas, I would think. Okay, so let's get these stuck down. So again, if you are wanting the PDF for this card, head on over to alisatilsner.com, which is on the screen. Good morning, Kathy and Susie. And you can sign up to my newsletter. This one will go out on next week so that you can recreate it if you wish. Okay, so I'm going to put this up a little bit higher, I think. I'm not sure. Oops, this one was a scrap, so it doesn't even fit. Okay. And then we'll get this one down. And these are the stamp sets and the markers that you can get for free when you join Stampin' Up. Hopefully you come and join my team if you're in Australia. And so you can get to choose 2 packets of the Stampin' Write markers, plus you get this for free. And I'm going to mount this, I think, and you still get to choose your contents of your kit. So it's a huge extra deal for these ones. And if you don't want the markers, if you've already got them, I did end up getting them because all my my markers are, you know, the really old ones, and half the colors are retired, and so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to grab them. And there's so many different techniques that you can do with them as well, so it is a really good deal. All right, let's get you on. Okay, and then these guys, I think we'll pop these ones up as well. Oops, I'm running out of dimensionals. We'll use some mini ones down here. Good morning, Wendy and Gwen. Everyone's coming in. Okay, and just before I started, I got a message from my hubby. He is up in the APY lands at the moment, which is right up by the Northern Territory border, like not very far at all. And he is currently leaving there. So he won't be back until tomorrow. So I think he'll drive as far as he can. Unfortunately, there's, oops, I want you tucked behind. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of places to stay. So it's either he goes to the first main town, which is Kubapidi, and he stays, just hangs around for half the day, which I know he won't want to do, or he'll go back to Port Augusta, which he probably won't get there until like 8:30 tonight or something like that. So, Kathy, I am in Port Lincoln in South Australia. So I am right at the bottom, or the bottom-ish of South Australia. So where the Great Australian Bight starts, I am on that point. And he has gone to the top of the state. So he is so far away from me at the moment. I'm just thinking what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to, right, so I'm going to put this across here, but I need to put a dimensional under the word the, and because it's very small, I'm going to cut just a small strip and make sure I get it under the word the. And then, because I've got, this is mounted and this is mounted, if I hang too far off, I'm going to need to double mount. So I'm going to do another small piece just under the word they and hope that it doesn't hang off too badly. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I'm in Port Lincoln. We're on the Eyre Peninsula, and he has travelled. It's like took him 10 hours to get from here to Kubapidi, and then I think it was another 5 hours to get to where he was in the APY lands. APY lands are Aboriginal lands, Aboriginal communities. So he's gone up there to do some work. There we go. I didn't worry about putting any other. You could put a dot if you wanted to. I didn't actually worry about putting. I'm just going to put a tiny dot of glue under there just to hold that down. Okay, so we need, uh-oh. Have I put something on crooked? I think I've put that bit on crooked. I think those, whoops. Oh, now I'm bending the corners. All right, I'm going to need some bling of this. Oh, you know what? Let's stick in the beginner-ish mode. If you haven't got a whole lot of bling, why don't we put some Wink of Stella, because you can paint straight over these markers as well. Let's put some Wink of Stella on these leaves. Did I do that one already? You can't see it. I can see it. And then we've got some really lovely sparkly going on in that one. And then let's just grab some, I think some plain old rhinestones might do it. If I've got any plain rhinestones is the question. We've got some dewdrops. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look, I've got a, oh man. Oh, no, he's stuck. How about I just pick you up and stick you down there? What have I got? What have I got? Here we go. Look at all these little bits of scraps that I've got in here. Let's clear these guys out. How about we do that? So 1, 2, and then we'll grab one of these. I don't know how old these ones are, but yeah. I don't know. They're not cooperating. You probably don't need to put. There we go. We'll just stick one on the leaf. Stick it wherever it goes. Okay, there is our very simple card for today. Using a few little techniques with our markers, which I think is pretty cool. Nice and bright and fun and happy. And I've got glue in there. How did I get glue in there? I don't know. So there we have it. So if you are interested in joining Stampin' Up, free stamp set, 2 free packs to choose from, plus all the other contents of your kit that you also get to choose. Give me a, shoot me a message and we can get you sorted out. So it is a really good deal and only available till the end of February. So there we have it. Okay, thank you very much, Kathy. Okay, so I am going to be back on, switch that around. I will be back next Thursday. I might see if this Tuesday works well. I will try and go live in the Blends and Beyond group for a little bit of colouring, and then of course our usual regular Thursday crafting. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you go over and sign up for my newsletter as well, and we will see you next week. So take care. Bye-bye.